calculated. So, from Guru Purnima to Vijayadashmi. Usually after Vijayadashmi, that 2-3 days, there will be celebration, and that Purnima, the Purnima to Purnima, is Chaturmasya. After Vijayadashmi, the sannyasis start moving. Chaturmasya has many beautiful memories about Hinduism, because all great masters have done Chaturmasya. This Chaturmasya Vrata kept Hinduism alive, the spiritual tradition alive, because this is the time sadhus rejuvenate themselves and re-inspire themselves and build a Shastra Jnana, conscious sovereignty, and the body, far conscious sovereignty. This 4 months, people focus only on that. I have done unbroken Chaturmasya Vrata. But let me be very honest first. 6-7 years was done more like sitting on my guru's lap. My gurus will keep me in their lap and make me do. Only after the age of 7, I remember doing it on my own. Like on my own, I can sit and chant the mantra and sankalpa. Till then, they used to make me sit in their lap. My gurus did for me. I want all of you to know, many times, people ask me, Swamiji, you tell stories about your gurus, such powerful people, such extraordinary spiritual giants. Why they did not create Kailasa or huge organization all over the world? I laugh at them. Fool! Who you think is creating now? It is they who is creating through this body. The tapas they did on this body, literally, they all, with all their tapas, energies, powers, intelligence, knowledge, everything, they all entered into this being and made the ultimate manifest. And through this body, they are all manifesting. And they are only doing this whole Kailasa. This Chaturmasya is not my pride, it is their glory. Understand? Kanchi Paramacharya, what a great being. But the way he used to attend to the details, see, there is no need for him to tell my guru. I'll tell the exact words as narrated by my guru. As a baby, they took me to him to receive the blessings. He blessed, and then he said, ஒரு சன்னியாசிக்கு வயசு சாதுர்மாசியம் வச்சுதான் கணக்கு பண்றது சாஸ்திரப்படி வழக்கம். சீக்கிரம் ஆரம்பிச்சிருங்க சாதுர்மாசியத்தை. It means usually the sannyasi's age, seniority, is counted based on the number of chaturmasyas the person has observed, not based on the age. The age itself is counted only based on the number of chaturmasya the person performed. So understand.
Sarveshra, you are unmuted. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll start
the
in
world
a few seconds.
Spirituality is totally different. So he blessed and gave this instruction to my gurus. I think by the time they could organize everything and make everything ready and do the rituals and initiation, it took 2.5 years. I think maybe when I was 2.5, the 3rd year, that's the time they started the first Chaturmasya, made me do the first Chaturmasya. So now when they gave me the Balasanyas initiation and then made me do the Chaturmasya, they took a photograph. Chaturmasya is not my pride, it's a glory of my gurus and the tapas they have done on me. I only did one thing. I simply connected with them as they introduced themselves to me. With that strength, I went through everything, up, down, good, bad, right, wrong, difficult, easy, everything. And through this body, literally they are doing the whole thing. This whole
Nithyananda, welcome to Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga. The most authentic yoga revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam.
to align your body to receive that superconscious energy. So let's get ready as we begin with the Satguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrusham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Keep your eyes closed as we begin with Shiv Mantra Japa 11 times internally. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now we'll be entering into the ritualistic cleansing, Tattvachana. So take your Panchpatram Anandhali and sip the water from the base of the thumb as you hear the word Sudha. Om Atu Dattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Vidya Dattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Shiva Dattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Now clasp your right palm over the left and place it on the right thigh as we enter into the conscious resolution. Tattva. Sankalpa. Om Amopata Samasta Duritashaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwar Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adhya Purokta Evam Guna Visheshena Visishtayam Asyam Subhititho Punarogayukta Durgati Yogic Sarira Siddhyartham Paramashiva Shakti Aviskarnartham Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishe. Om Apaprishya. Wash your hands and place the Panchavatam aside as we begin with the Nithyananda Abhyasa, starting with Pratham Vinyasa Krama, first sequence. And the first asana that we are entering into is Sukhasana. Sukhasana, to sit in a comfortable cross-legged position with the spine upright, head and neck and back aligned in a vertical line. Rest your hands in Bindu Mudra on the knees. Bindu Mudra is where bring the thumb and index finger to form a Bindu Mudra. Shoulders soften, chest broad. Breathe in Samana Kumaka, where you inhale deeply, visualizing heat, flame raging up along the spine. Maintain your awareness of the heat, the digestive fire, which is Jatara Agni at the navel center. And hold the breath comfortably. And when you can't hold anymore, forcefully exhale and engage the three bandhas. The Mula Bandha, contract the pelvic floor up. Jalandhar Bandha, after exhalation, tuck the chin to the chest, and Uddiyana Bandha, pull the stomach in and up. Visualize yourself seated as Lord Shiva upon Mount Kailasa. As you chant the japa, Soham Tatsukhasanam Mityuktam Asat Sat Sat Samacharet Asanam Vijitam Yena Jitam Yena Jagatrayam. The next asana is Parvatasana. So bring your legs in Padmasana, where you place the foot on the opposite thigh. So bring yourself in Padmasana and slowly stretch your arms over the head with elbows straight and spine long. Head, neck, spine in a straight line. Expand your chest broad as you perform Anjali Mudra with the hands over your head. Samahana Kumka, once again inhale and visualize heat, flame at the navel center. Jatra Agni, bringing your awareness at the navel center. Once again, after inhalation and holding, forcibly exhale and engage Mahamudra Bandha, the Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. And visualize yourself as Mount Kailas, completely unmoving and stable. Chant Japa. Soham. अथ वक्षे महादेव पर्वतासन मंगलम यत्कृत्वा स्थिररूपे स्यात् षट्चक्रादिविलोपनम्. The next asana is Halipavasana. So now, as you're seated comfortably, bring soles of the feet together in front of you, and then reach your arms behind you, holding the wrist with your right hand. And then rest your back of your palms and lower your shoulders towards the ground. As you fold forward from the hips, place your forehead behind the heels on the ground. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, where you keep your eyes open wide, gazing outward, while the awareness rests deeply within. Once again, perform Samana Kumka. As you inhale, deeply visualize the Jatra Agni, the digestive fire at the navel center. And after exhalation, forceful exhalation, engage all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra Bandha. As you bring your gaze to the nose, visualize yourself as plow, strong and unwavering, cutting through the field with firmness. And chant Japa. Soham. Puravidyahu me jano, Vepagathali sampatano, Vishtipachedo, Ukarlyavo, Dachinkarso Vamagahavo. The next asana is Nagi Pavasana. So this time, as you are seated with your soles of the feet together, cup your hands in front of you. Hands are stretched out in front of you, straight on the ground. Make a hollow of the palm and then bring your forehead to the ground behind your heels. Keep your shoulders relaxed, chest open wide. Shambhavi Mudra. Once again, perform Samana Kumka. And as you inhale, bring your awareness to the navel center. Hold comfortably, exhale completely, and engage all the three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha. And as you visualize yourself as a snake, silent and alert in stillness, gaze to the nose and chant the japa. Soham. पूरब विधि परि आगाने नीच होई कलहूनि फनास्या लगाई हाथ आगाने धरती लगावे पथारी दो हाथ की अंजुलि करे. The next asana is Kokilasana. So, as you're seated, gently hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. Prana Mudra is where the index finger and the middle finger is stretched out, and middle finger and index finger are stretched out, and the other hands are on the holding the thumb. And with this, make a lock of the big toes and hold and stretch your legs straight up, and then cross your legs in Padmasana. Lower yourself down as you bring the elbows down on the ground. And once again, perform Samana Kumka. And after holding and completely exhaling, once again perform Mahamudra Bandha. And visualize yourself as cocoon, known for clarity of voice and auspicious presence. Chant Japa. Soham. Atha nidasanam vakshe yena siddho bhave naraha akasmad vayu sancharam kokhirakhyasane cha. The next asana is Nithyananda. So, bring one foot on the top of the opposite thigh and the other foot is on the ground under the thighs. And then cross your arms in front of the chest, holding on to the forearms. And then start rotating your arms in a circular motion, bringing the arms above the head, elongating the shoulders. Repeat in the other direction as you perform Shambhavi Mudra Samana Kumaka, and exhale fully. After exhalation, engage three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize prana mudra, prana flowing through every channel, gently washing away impurities. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa. Soham. घोड़ा बाबा पाद की आस माहिले सोए, दक्षिण चरण को वार लेता परे गुल्फ समोए, वाम पाद को माही लो बहुर गुल्फ जी जानो, तापरे घोड़ा दक्षिण की आस वार रे ठाने. The next asana is Gajasana. So come to the plank position, and from the plank position, lift your hips high, placing your palms and feet on the ground. In a controlled motion, scoop your chest low, bringing your nose towards the ground, and continue to flow your body upward and back to starting position. Repeat this rhythm gracefully. Shambhavi Mudra. Saman Kumbhaka once again, and this time you'll be, after exhalation, you'll be performing Mool Bandha and Udyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as a mighty elephant, steady and calm in immense strength. Chant the japa. Soham. Nibjam padagre bhumo kritva, lambi bhutva mastagre nidhaya, nitamba mudho muttamam, nabhi lakshyam bhumanasika aniya hasthala paryantam nayet, itah punah punah kuryat gajasanam bhavati. The next asana is Vrikshasana. So be comfortably in the Gajasana posture, the previous asana, and from there, alternatively start pressing each heel downward, stretching the Achilles and calves, raising opposite heels upward off the ground. Shoulders remains open. Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, Udyana Bandha. Continued, and visualize yourself as a bear, grounded with immense strength and presence. Chant the japa. Soham. Ekaikam padamakuncha gajasanam kuryat vrikshasanam bhavati. Now slowly stand up as we enter into the next asana, which is Vaishyasana. In this asana, as you are standing tall, raise yourself onto your toes, balancing on the tip of the toes while placing, and bring your middle finger, index finger and ring finger at the chest, the center of the chest, elbows straight wide. On the sides, keep your spine lengthened, shoulders back and relaxed. Avoid wobbling or bending on the knees or leaning back. The hand position that you are in is called Hridaya Mudra. Perform Samana Kumbhaka, and after exhalation, perform Udyana Bandha and Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as Vaishya, steady in industrious and resourceful creativity. And chant the japa. Soham. Keshena padayuglam batva tishte adhomukaha atha vakshe yat kritva satyan bhavet. The next asana, next is Karana, Urdhva Janu Karana. So come to the Aramandi posture. Aramandi posture is where your heels are together and toes are facing out. And from this position, bend your knees lightly and then bring both hands at the chest level. And simultaneously, start moving your one hand and the respective leg from inside, making a full circle, and then come back to the original posture, and then repeat on the other side. Repeat this again and again. As we enter into the next asana, which is Balalingasana. So stand tall and stand tall on one leg. Let's start with grounding your left leg on the ground, and lift your right leg. Bend your knees and perform Sarva Shankari Mudra, where you interlace a finger from outside and wrap your hands around your raised knee. Bring it close to the chest. Perform Samana Kumbhaka. Engage all the three bandhas and hold comfortably. Visualize yourself cradling a baby in your arms, embodying the gentle warmth of maternal love. As you chant the japa, Soham. Ekam janorsi alingya statavyam balalinganam bhavati. The next asana is Padapidanasana. So this time bring the right leg on which you are standing, the left leg, bring the right leg on the back of your buttocks. Hold it with both the hands in Parashu Mudra. Make sure that knees are aligned. Perform Samana Kumaka. Engage Mahamudra Bandha and visualize yourself grounding firmly as if pressing the feet into the earth with strength. Chant the japa. Soham. Asitvaikas padatale karabhyam veshtayetanam prishye sansapayatyena bhadapidanasanam. The next asana is Natarajasana. So pull the right leg behind you as you hold it with the respective right hand. And bring your left hand in front of you as you lean forward, hand in Bindu Mudra. Balance yourself. Try to lift your leg as up as possible while maintaining your balance. Once again, perform the Samana Kumaka, visualizing heat flame at the navel center. Engage Mula Bandha and visualize yourself as Nataraja, the cosmic dancer, moving Paramashiva with both power and grace as you chant the japa. O Soham. Uttanapadam Krancham cha Marichim Vera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam cha Saptangashta Prasarane. Now we'll be repeating the Balalingasana sequence on the other side. So this time stand rooted on your right leg and bring the left leg bent, knees bent towards the chest, hands in Sarva Shankri Mudra, interlaced from outside. Wrap it around the knees, raise knee, and perform Samana Kumka and engage all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself cradling a baby in your arms, embodying the gentle warmth of maternal love. As you chant the japa, Soham. Ekam janorsi alingya satavyam balalinganam bhavati. Now we'll be repeating Padapidanasana on the other side. So bring the left leg behind you and hands holding the feet in Parashu Mudra. Once again, perform Samana Kumbhaka. Hold the breath comfortably and exhale forcibly as you engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself grounding firmly as if pressing the feet into earth with strength. Chant the japa. Soham. Tet kasmin padatale karabhyam veshtayetanam prishte sansapayatyena padapidanasanam. Next is Natarajasana. So pull the left leg behind you, holding it with the respective left, right. Pull your right leg, left leg behind you and holding with the respective hand. Right hand in front of you in Bindu Mudra. Balance yourself as you perform Samana Kumka and engage Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja, performing the cosmic dance. Chantijapa. Soham. Uttanapadam Krancham cha Marichim Vera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam cha Suptangashta Prasarane. Now we'll be entering into another karna, Ardharechita karna. In Ardharechita karna, once again, bring yourself in Aramandi posture and bend your knees and slowly bring your right leg behind the left heel, toes tucked, and left hand at the chest. Bring your right hand at the nose and start swinging on the sides. Repeat few times and then switch the position and repeat on the other side. Now you can relax as we enter into the skeleton dance, where you visualize yourself as pure skeleton and see nothing but a skeleton and start shaking your entire body vigorously, randomly and chaotically all over, shaking intensely throughout as you maintain the visualization of the bones. See the integrity restored in your structure, each joint alive with alertness and resilience. Contemplate steadiness, inner alignment, and unshakable foundation that allows awareness to remain clear and unwavering. Shake intensely in skeleton dance. As you engage Mool Bandha, gaze to the nose, and slowly you can relax and come to the Aramandi posture as we enter into the next asana, next karana, which is Kati Chinna Karna. Once again, bring yourself in Aramandi posture and cross your arms over the head and open up as you twist yourself on one side, open up your palms and then come back to the center and then twist on the other side. Repeat this again and again in Kati Chinna Karna. Then slowly relax and stand tall as we enter into Tadasana. So start standing with your feet rooted and extend both of your arms above with the elbows straight, reaching the tip of your fingers high. Keep the spine long and chest open. Shambhe Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, and engage once again after exhalation. Engage all the three bandhas, the Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. And visualize yourself as a mountain, tall and unwavering in perfect stillness. Chant Japa, Soham, Soham. Mahamudra Kono Tadasan Vivedakan, Vinottanam Sada Kuryat, Antarvatne Patipriya. The next asana is Uttanasana. So as you are standing tall, fold forward, lean forward, hinging at the back, and reach your palms down and place them flat on the ground next to your respective feet. And then lower your head near the knees and keeping your knees straight. Shambhe Mudra and perform Samana Kumbhaka. Once again, as you engage Mool Bandha and visualize yourself folding forward like a flowing current of energy. Chant Japa, Shivoham. Mahamudra Kono Tadasan Vivedakan, Vinottanam Sada Kuryat, Antarvatne Pratipriya. The next asana is Trakshvasana. So come to the plank position. And from there, keep your shoulders engaged, elbows locked, and knees straight and core tight. From this position, tuck your chin to the chest and start rotating your head from side to side. Avoid dropping your hips downward. Shambhe Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, and Bandha is Jalandhar Bandha and Mool Bandha. And visualize yourself as a star shining steady in vast space. As you chant the japa, Shivoham. Vijasanam Sthitva Sthakam Varam Raram Dakshina Vukshim Savya Kukshim Nayeta Shvasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Bhujangasana. So lie down on your belly with your palms near the ribs, elbows hugged close, and on inhalation, lift your chest gently up, keeping your belly on the ground. Gaze forward, avoid collapsing or straining your back, and perform Bhujangini Mudra, where you open your mouth wide and like a plow and channel, which destroys aging and disease, especially digestive issues, and through long practice grants vitality and longevity. Perform Samana Kumbhaka and engage Mool Bandha. So open your mouth wide, inhale, and then repeat again. Visualize yourself as a cobra, quiet strength raising upward through your spine. Chant Japa, Shivoham. Angushtinabhiparyantam adhobhumo vinishyase karabhyam chataram dhritva urdhashirshafanivahi. The next asana is Tasasana. So come to the plank position and engage your core as you keep your body straight. And then quickly drive one knee towards the chest and then switch. Bring the other knee towards the chest like running motion. Shambhe Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, engage, Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as a swift rabbit, agile, alert, embodying quickness of body and clarity of mind. Chant Japa, Shivoham, Gajasanam Sansito, Janagam Makun Chevas, Varam Varam Kartavam, Savasashanam Bhavati. The next asana is Rathasana. So, from the plank position with your hands under your shoulders. Jump one foot forward, placing it between your hands, while the other leg is extended back, and then quickly switch the leg alternatively. Jump smoothly, maintain a strong core. Engage your core. As you perform Shambhavi Mudra, Samana Kumbhaka, and visualize yourself as a chariot, strong and steady, carrying purpose forward with control. Engage Mool Bandha, chant the japa, Shivoham, Gajasanam Sansito Ekaikam Pada, Puromargena Bhramritva Kartavyam Rathasanam Bhavati. The next asana is Virabhadrasana. So stand tall and step one foot forward, bending the front knee at 90 degrees, where thighs are parallel to the ground. And then extend your back leg straight, angling your toes at 45 degrees. Then inhale as you raise your arms over the head, opening up your chest and lengthen your spine. And twist your torso so that you are facing forward, keeping your core engaged. Shambhavi Mudra. Perform Sahaj Kumbhaka, where you inhale deeply through the nose, hold the breath comfortably and then release through the nose. And after exhalation, perform Udyan Bandha and Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as Lord Virabhadra, the fierce warrior of Shiva. As you chant the japa, Shivoham, bring your gaze to the nose. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Vasishtata Kondinyam Urdhakokutameva Ashtavakramatotanam Ayuram Setu Bandhanam Uttanapadam Krancham Cha Mairichim Virabhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suptam Vishta Prasarane. Now we'll be repeating Virabhadrasana on the other side. So switch the position of your leg. Once again, raise your arms straight above the head. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumbhaka, engage Mool Bandha and Udyana Bandha. And visualize yourself as Virabhadra, the fierce warrior of Shiva. As you chant the japa, Shivoham, Vasishtata Kondinyam Urdhakokutam Evacha, Ashtavakramatotanam Samayuram Setu Bandhanam Uttanapadam Krancham Cha Marichim Virabhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suttam Vishta Prasarane. The next asana is Vrikshasana. As he is standing tall, stand on one foot and bring the other foot, sole of the other foot on the inner thigh. Reach your arms over your head with palms together in Anjali Mudra. Perform Sahaj Kumbhaka. Visualize yourself as tree, deeply rooted in earth, while reaching steady towards the sky. Engage Mool Bandha and Udyana Bandha. After exhalation, draw the abdomen in and up in Udyana Bandha. Chant the japa, Shivoham, Vamor Mooladeshecha Yam Yam Padam Ninhayatu, Tishtetu Vrikshavat Bhumo Vrikshasanam Vidam Viduhu. Now we will be performing Garudasana. So the same leg which was on the sole which was on the inner thigh, place it on the opposite hip. And bring your hands in Namaskar Mudra. As you perform Sahaj Kumbhaka, Mool Bandha, and visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the mighty eagle and vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Engage Mool Bandha, chant the japa, Shivoham, Padashyagre Uronivyeshyet Samanam Janghya Dhuli Pindayet. Now we'll be repeating Vrikshasana on the other side. So switch the position of your leg. Now stand on the opposite foot and bring the opposite soles of the feet on. Hands in Anjali Mudra raised above your head. Perform Sahaj Kumbhaka, and after exhalation perform Mool Bandha and Udyana Bandha. Then pull the stomach in and upward, lifting it upward. Visualize yourself as tree deeply rooted in earth while reaching steady towards the sky. Perform the japa Shivoham Vamooramooladeshe cha Yamyam Padam Nidhayato Tishteta Vastu Vrakshavat Bhumo Vaishasanam Idam Vidahu. The next asana is repeating Garurasana. So bring the soles of the feet on the top of the thigh, hands in Anjali Mudra. Bend. Perform Sahaja Kumka, Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as Lord Garura. As you perform the japa, Shivoham Padasya Agre Aro Niveshet Samanam Jangya Dhulipi Dayet. Now, the next asana is Trikonasana. So as you stand tall with feet wide apart, then turn one foot forward and the other is slightly inward. Palms are facing on the side. The feet is facing on the sides. The front feet is forward. Then lean forward as you bring the front respective hand on the ground, the opposite hand raised upward towards the sky. Tilt your head as you gaze upward. Shambhi Mudra, Sahajakumka, Moola Bandha, and visualize yourself as a perfect triangle, steady in balance and equal in all directions. Chant the japa, Sada Shivoham, Uttanapadam Krancham cha Marichim Veda Bhadrakam, Natarajam Trikonam cha Suptangushta Prasarane. Now we'll be repeating Trikonasana on the other side. So switch the position of your legs and once again lean forward with the respective palm on the ground and opposite palm raised towards the sky as you tilt your head and gaze upward through your palms. Engage Moola Bandha and visualize yourself as a perfect triangle, steady in balance and equal in all directions. As Shambhi Mudra, Sahaja Kumka, and chant the japa Sada Shivoham Uttanapadam Krancham cha Marichim Veda Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam cha Suptangushta Prasarane. Now we'll be entering into Nikutaka Karana, where you once again stand in Aramandi with your heels together, toes outward, knees slightly bent. Cup your hands in front of the chest and raise one heel, the respective heel, which is with the hand which is on the top, and then switch the position of your palms and heels together simultaneously. Repeat this again and again. As we enter into the next asana, which is Angushthasana. In Angushthasana, begin from the balancing on the tip of the toes and then lower yourself on the sitting bones. You're sitting on your toes, heels, the perineum on the heels and your knees off the ground. Bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Perform Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama. With a restricted breath, inhale through the nose, making the sound of a male bee, and hold the breath, and then exhale, buzzing like a female bee. Engage Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself standing at the threshold of inner victory, fully present and unshakable. Chant the japa. Sada Shivoham Bandhasana Vityahu Gorakshasana Mevacha Angushtamashtikam Yena Brahma Prasaditam Tatha. The next asana is Saurasana. So extend one leg in front of you. And then place your hands with your finger spread beside your hips with your palms facing forward. Lift your chest, maintain the steady gaze as you perform the Vara Mudra, where your hands are down stretched out in a blessing posture. Perform Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Once again, as you inhale, make the sound of a male bee, and as you exhale, make a sound of a female bee. Engage Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as an offering to the rising sun. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham प्रसारे एकं पादतलं संस्थापयतु एकपादकम्. Now we'll be performing Vidhunanasana. So from the previous asana, bring your respective hand and hold on to the big toes. The other hand is holding the ankles as you lean forward. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama. And after exhalation, engage all the three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as calm pendulum, gently moving between stillness and motion without losing your center. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. गुल्फस्थितौ पादमेकं प्रसार्य तत्पादाग्रं संस्कृतेत् तत्करेण गुल्फं च अन्यधारयेत् तत्करेण धूनं पीठं च अभ्यसयत्र. Now we'll be repeating Thaurasana and Vidhanasana on the other side. So please switch your position of your legs. This time bring the opposite foot straight forward, hands in Baramudra. As you lift your chest up, Bhramari Kumbhaka continued. Engage Mool Bandha and visualize yourself as an offering to the rising sun. Your body opening in a radiant alignment with cosmic light. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. Prasare ekam padatile sansapetu ekapadakam. Now we'll be repeating Vidhunasana on the other side. So from the same posture, lean forward as you bring the respective arm and hold to the big toes in Pranamudra. Perform other hand holding the ankles. Balance yourself in this posture as you perform Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama, and after fully exhalation, engage all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as a calm pendulum as you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. Gulfasthitau padamekam prasarya tatpadagram sanskrite tatkarena gulfam cha anya dharaye tatkarena dhunam pitham cha abhyaset ubhayatra. The next asana is Brahma Jhulankusasana. So as you're seated with your toes tucked, heels off the ground, place your hands and rest it on the thighs. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Bhramari Kumbhaka continued, and tuck the chin to the chest as you visualize yourself holding the elephant god of Brahma, while directing strength with precision and authority. Chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. दो पानी होए वैसे एड़ी दो गुड़ा निवैसे कोपक थल्ला की माहिरी आयसे माहिरी राशे मिली. The next asana is Kapila Asana. So start kneeling with knees grounded. So from the previous asana, bring your knees on the ground with your knees wide apart, and place your palms relaxed on the top of the thighs. Avoid leaning your torso backward or pressing your knees uncomfortably. Shambhavi Mudra, once again, keep performing the Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama. And as you exhale fully, perform Uddiyana Bandha, visualizing yourself as the sage Kapila Muni, radiant with clarity and discernment. As you bring your gaze to the nose and chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. उभय पग थली समट हरावे तिनको माहलीली को मिलावे पानी उकड़े होए वैसे एड़ी दो गुड़ा निवैसे. The next asana is Bhadra Gorakshasana. So from the previous asana, as you continue to perform Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama, bring your gaze to the third eye. Engage Mool Bandha and visualize yourself as a balanced protector, firm in strength and unshakable in vigilance. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. दो पग थल्या संपुट करे कोरवारली भूपरि धरे कोरवारली राखे ऐसे तापरि मूल द्वारे टिकी बैसे. The next asana is Surya Asana. So From the previous asana, bring the soles of the feet together and knees as wide as possible. And from there, lift your knees off the ground and bring your hands together in Padma Mudra, where your thumb and the little finger is touching, base of the palm is touching, other fingers are wide spread out. And slowly bring your hands over your head and lift up, gaze through the gap between the palms. Keep performing Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama, and after exhalation, perform Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as the sun, radiant and unwavering in brilliance. Chand Japa Sada Shivoham. Edi Guda Edi Do Guda चले पान आने पानी बैठक पुनी ठाने घोड़ा जंग इधर करी रहे आड़े वाम इसी विधि गहे. The next asana is Mandukasana. So start seated with your heels at the base and grounded with your toes are flat. So you're not sitting with your toes tucked. Feet are flat on the ground and your sitting bones on the heels. Place your palms gently on the top of the knees with your shoulders loose. Gaze forward. Perform Mandiki Mudra, where you close the mouth and move the root of your tongue gradually as you enjoy the nectar. This is Mandiki Mudra. While for performing Mandiki Mudra, wrinkling and graying never arise, nor does the youth get destroyed. No graying of hair occurs for the one who always practices Mandiki Mudra. To perform the Mandiki Mudra, perform Sahajakumka, engage Mulbandha, and bring your gaze to the third eye. As you visualize yourself as a frog, rooted in alert stillness yet ready to leap. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. पादतले पृष्ठदेशे अंगुष्ठे द्वे च संस्कृते जानुयुग्मं पुरस्कृत्य धारेत् मंडूकासनम्. The next asana is Uttana Mandukasana. So from the previous posture, place your palms behind you. Fingers are pointing towards the hip. Elbows wide, chest lifted as you once again perform the Mandiki Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Uddiyana Bandha, and visualize yourself as an extended frog, body reaching outward while maintaining firmness. As you bring your gaze to the third eye and chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Mandukasana Madhyastha Purparabhyam Dashiraha Etat Bhekavat Uttanam Etat Uttana Mandukam. The next asana is Simhasana. So start seated with your ankles crossed. So ankles are crossed behind you, supporting your torso with hands on the respective knees. Bring your hands on the respective knees and open your mouth wide and extend your tongue outward as you exhale from the deep within, embracing the lion's fierce expression and eliminating toxins. Shambhi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, and visualize yourself as a lion, the majestic in fearlessness and strength. Engage Mulbandha. Bring your gaze to the nose as you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham. Dakshina Sabya Gulfena, Dakshine Nathetaram, Hastauch Januno Sansapya, Gambulishwa Chaprasaricha. The next asana is Bhadrasana. So start seated with your knees wide and shoulders open and extend your arms backward and cross them behind. So you're crossing your hands behind and grasping the big toes. Try to bring the soles of the feet together as you extend your knees wide apart and hold on to the big toes in Pranamudra. And once again perform Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama, where you inhale like a male bee and making the sound of a male bee and exhale making the sound of a female bee. And after exhalation, tuck the chin to the chest Bring your gaze to the nose as you visualize seated in auspicious presence, serene and uplifting, and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. गुल्फे जुवशनस्याधो व्यक्तक्रमेण समाहितः पादाङ्गुष्ठकराभ्यां च धृत्वा च पृष्ठदेशितः. The next asana is Kakabhushandi asana. So come to the squatting position with feet flat and knees wide apart. From this position, interlock your hands behind your back, clasping them firmly in Parashumudra. Lift your chest up and extend your spine in broad openness. Brahmikumka pranayama. Engage Mool Bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as sage Kakabhushandi, steadfast devotee and known for eternal truth. As you chant the japa Sada Shivoham. प्रथम वैसे उपरठाने दो हाथ पगा पगन बीच आने तिनको मोड़ी लिया नलिया परिलावे पीठी पाछो का कसी कहरावे. The next asana is Kani Pavasana. So as you are seated in a deep squatting position, placing your palms in front of you, from this position slowly raise your hips and place the knees on the back of your respective arms. And then slowly raise each foot off the ground, shifting your weight forward, and then gently increase the entire body weight onto the back of the arm, where your knees are placed as you balance yourself. Shambhi Mudra. Keep performing Dhamari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a single-limbed, strength-focused, and balanced, contained within one foundation. As you chant the japa Sada Shivoham. Asana ko gunashi dushita hoi to achi hoi. If you are still holding on to this position, then slowly bring your crown of the head on the ground and lift your legs vertically up. Or start from the start where you, from the deep squatting position, bring your crown of the head on the ground and then slowly lift your legs. Raise your hips and then lift your legs off the ground vertically up. Find balance and stability and slowly lift your legs. Shambhi Mudra. Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a skull, symbol of impermanence and inner stillness. Engage Mool Bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose. Chant the japa Sada Shivoham. शीश शीशा धरती टेकी पगदो मिला उक्का ऊंचा करे पगथल्या आकाश दिशी सन्मुख राशे दो हाथाना की हथेली दो. The next asana will be entering into is Parshamayurasana. So to enter into this asana, from the deep squatting position, with your palms in front of you, rotate your torso to one side and palms on the ground, and place your elbows pressing against the thighs and hips for the alignment. And from this position, lean forward and extend both the legs on the sides, anchoring your palms, and straighten your legs. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumbhaka, engage Mool Bandha, and visualize yourself as a proud peacock extending to one side with grace and vigor. Engage Mool Bandha, bring your gaze to the third eye as you chant the japa Sada Shivoham. Mayuram Dandavat Kuryat Mayuram Dandanamakam Kuryat Mayuram Parshvabhyam Mayuram Parshvanamakam. Now we'll be repeating Parshamayurasana on the other side. To switch the position, twist to the other side, bringing your thighs, bringing your elbows pressing against the thigh and the hips, and extend the legs forward as you lean forward. Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumbhaka, engage Mool Bandha, and visualize yourself as a proud peacock extending to one side with grace and vigor. As you gaze to the third eye and chant the japa Sada Shivoham. Mayuram Dandavat Kuryat Mayuram Dandanamakam Kuryat Mayuram Parshvabhyam Mayuram Parshvanamakam. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Bhairagyanatha. So come to the plank position. From the plank position, bring one foot forward, wrapping it around the respective arm from outside, and then bringing the foot between the hands. Keep the hips engaged by driving the back toe onto the ground while pressing the palm onto the ground. Balance yourself, engage your core. Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumukha Pranayama, where you exhale fully and hold the breath, maintaining the awareness and steady. Engage Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as a master of renunciation, calm and detached from the worldly distractions. And chant the japa. Sada Shivoham Asana ka guna kahi jaye. Now we'll be repeating Bhairagyanatha on the other side. So switch the position of your leg. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Engage Mulbandha. Fully exhale and hold the breath in Rechka Kumukha Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a master of renunciation, calm and detached from the worldly distractions. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham Asana ka guna kahi jaye. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Unmukh Pithasana. So from the plank position, lower your elbows onto the ground with shoulder width apart, and then slowly lift your hips upward, forming a triangle shape. Keep your core engaged. Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumukha Pranayama. Engage Mulbandha and visualize yourself seated facing upward with steady spine, calm focus. Bring your gaze to the third eye as you chant the japa. Sada Shivoham Punyasto Januni Hasto Chataspadava Mukham Utthapi Bhayugulam Kadesthalava Bhirukam. Now we'll be entering into Vasishthasana. So from the plank position, come to the plank position and then slowly shift your weight onto one hand and rotate your torso to one side. As you lift your hips elevated, stack your feet over the other. Ensure that hips forms a straight line from head to heels. Extend the opposite arm upward. Gaze steady. Rechka Kumukha, Mulbandha, and visualize yourself as a sage Vasishtha, steadfast and wise. Chant the japa. Sada Shivoham Urdhvaputavasishtam Marichim Mahalamasakam Parivritte Cha Udarasya Vividam Dhanurasanam. The next asana is Vasishthasana, repeating on the other side. So switch your position of your twist on the other side. Palms on the ground, other palm is raised upward. And then perform Rechka Kumukha, Mulbandha, and visualize yourself as sage Vasishtha, steadfast and wise. As you chant the japa, Sada Shivoham Urdhvaputavasishtam Marichim Mahalamasakam Parivritte Cha Udarasya Vividam Dhanurasanam. Now settle down with your legs extended in front of you as we enter into the next asana, which is Anjani Asana. And then slide your palms underneath your sitting bones, pressing down firmly. Place the elbows gently against the body to support elongation of the chest. And then drop the chin to the chest, performing the throat lock, which is Jalandhar Bandha. Maintain a calm balance and a steady posture. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Rechka Kumukha, and visualize yourself as Anjani, the mother of Lord Hanuman. Radiate steady endurance and devoted strength. Gaze to the nose and chant japa. Maha Sada Shivoham Do Karki Ubhay Hatheli Koravarli Mere Bheli Do Agane Bhu Paridashe Mahanangoli Milirashe. Now we'll be performing the next asana, which is Paschimottanasana. So as you're seated with your legs extended in front of you, keep your spine long and chest broad, and then bring your heels close to the. Extend your legs in front of you and then lean forward as you hold your big toes in Prana Mudra and then drop your forehead onto your knees. Your spine long, do not arch your back. Try to extend your forehead as far as possible. Rejka Kumka. And after exhalation, engage all the three bandhas, the Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize your spine lengthening forward like a flowing river in Paschimottanasana. And see energy opening and clearing the Shushumna Nadi with prana harmonizing the Ida and Pingala Nadi. Contemplate calming, clarity, balance, energy flow, and nervous system soothing. As you chant Japa Maha Sada Shivoham Janu Parilalatam tu Paschimam Tana Muchate Yenekena Prakarena Sukham Dhareta Jayate. The next asana is Ugrasana. So from the place asana where you are seated with your legs extended in front of you, join your palms and bring it behind your head with elbows wide, and then hinge forward, leading your chest, maintaining your long spine, and keep the knees straight. Lean forward, hands in Parshamudra, reach Kakumka. Once again, after exhalation, perform Mahamudra Bandha as you visualize yourself as Kali, the Lord Goddess Kali, fierce and unyielding. And chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham Supanibhyam Dhidam Dhritva Janupari Shiro Naset Asanam Metodam Proktam Bhaveda Anila Deepanam. The next asana is Marichi Asana. So as you are seated with both of your legs extended in front of you, bend one leg, one knee and foot is on the ground and knees raised above, raised straight. And then as you lean forward, wrap your arms behind your back, interlacing the fingers. Bring your forehead to the knees. Or if you are able to go beyond, try to bring your forehead to the ground. Shambhavi Mudra, reach Kakumka, and after exhalation, once again perform all the three bandhas. Visualize yourself as Sage Marichi. And chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham Uttana Padam Prancham Cha Marichim Veda Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suptangushta Prasarane. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. So the knee which was raised, now drop it on the ground, on the side. And lean forward, try to hold the feet with both the hands. And as you perform Rejka Kumka, after exhalation, once again perform all the three bandhas, which is Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as great steel, embodying the profound union of stillness and motion. See your awareness anchored deeply yet expansive, guided by luminous presence of your Guru, illuminating the path within. Contemplate transformative clarity, integrated strength, and radiant serenity. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham. Bava Pagaki Eri Soi, Shivana Ani Lagave Soi, Dashina Padalum, Lambo Jupasare, Tame, Ani Kakasi Dhare. Now we'll be repeating Marichasana on the other side. So switch the position of your leg. Now extend your other leg and bring the opposite foot on the ground and knee raised. And as you lean forward, interlace the finger behind your back. Try to bring your knees to the knee. Bring your forehead to the knees, and if you are able to go beyond, try to bring your forehead on the ground. And after fully performing Rejka Kumka, exhale fully, hold the breath as you engage Mahamudra Bandha, and visualize yourself as Sage Marichi, radiant with illuminating wisdom and cosmic insight as you chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham Uttana Padam Prancham Cha Marichim Veda Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suptangushta Prasarane. Now we'll be repeating Mahamudrasana on the other side. As Drop the raised knee on the ground and once again lean forward. Hold the feet with both the hands, and after performing Rejka Kumka, exhaling fully and holding the breath, engage Mahavakya Bandha. Visualize yourself as great sea, embodying the profound union of stillness and motion. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. बाबा पग की एडी जोई सिवनानी लगावे सोई दक्षिण पदलंबो जू पसारे तामे आणी काकसी धरे. The next asana is Bhadrasana Dvai. To sit upright with bringing the soles of the feet together in front of your perineum and reach your hands to grasp the hand to hold both the hands. And then tuck the chin to the chest, perform Rejka Kumka, Mool Bandha, bring your gaze to the third eye and visualize yourself auspiciously seated at the Guru's feet. As you chant the japa, Maha Sada Shivoham, Gulfot Avrishana Syadho, Sivanye Pasho, Poshipet, Pada Pasho tu Panibhyam, Nirambadvasa Nishalam, Bhadrasanam tu Bhavet, Etat Sarva Vyadivina, Kushapaham. Next asana is Gwalipavasana. As you're seated with your toes of the feet together and knees wide apart. This time, toes are together and heels are apart. And gently rest your hands on the knees. Lowering your crown, performing the Jalandhar Bandha. Perform Murcha Kumka. Murcha Kumka is where you inhale deeply through the nose and then lock the chin to the chest in Jalandhar Bandha and hold the breath and then slowly exhale through the nose while maintaining the throat lock. And then visualize yourself as a cowherd guiding the gentle wind of prana flowing through the body. Gaze to the nose as you chant the japa. Maha Sada Shivoham. Pura Chatushpada Kahyo Soi. Vahi Vidhi Yo Kahye Soi. ये में एड़ी भिन्न जो राखे राशे अंगोले आठ अंतर राशे चुबक कंटपुर में ठानो नासा अग्र दृष्टि को ठानो यकरी जलांद बंद होई साधक साधे विधि सुख होई. The next asana is Joni asana. As you're seated with your heels close to the groin and toes together, hold the feet with both the hands and lean forward, bringing your chest towards the feet and lower your forehead towards your feet. So as you try to bring your forehead towards the feet. Bring your gaze to the nose, Shambhavi Mudra, Mool Bandha, perform Rejka Kumka Pranayama. Exhale fully. Hold the breath and visualize yourself embraced within cosmic womb and source of all creation, endless potential. Bring gaze to the nose and chant the japa. Maha Sada Shivoham. दो पगथल्या संपुट कड़े एड़ी मेडिया में पास धरे अर्ध हाथ को अंतर राशे ललाट पगथल्या ऊपर राशे. The next asana is Midaki Pavasana. As you are seated with heels together, toes apart. So this time toes are apart and heels are together. Lean forward and extend your hands out on the sides, palms down on the ground. Lower your forehead behind your heels. Shambhavi Mudra and visualize yourself embodying sweet wind and gentle movement of Vayu flowing within you. Engage Mool Bandha. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa. Maha Sada Shivoham. Guravidi Pari Kari Pagathalya Sampata Jo Edi Milirashe Edu Yasu Me Mahiri Ka Ne Angulito Antaralat Dharti Lagave. Now the next asana that we will be performing is Siddha Samadhi Asana. So bring the soles of the feet together as close to the perineum. And then rotate your Kantamala on the opposite side so that as you bend down, it doesn't touch the ground. So lean forward and bring the throat just in front of the feet so that your feet touches the throat. Try to bring your nose on the ground. Your hands are under the thighs. Bring your hands under the thighs. As you perform Shambhi Mudra, Rejka Kumka, gaze to the nose and chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham. दो पगतली संपट करे सोल मेड़ आगा में धरे अंगुलाठ अंतर राशे एड़ी को आसे विधि राशे. The next asana is Chinnaki Pavasana. So as you're seated with your soles, heels together and toes pointed outward, knees wide, hold the feet gently and rotate. So you're holding the feet with both the hands and then rotate the soles upward towards the sky, keeping your back of your hands on the ground as if you're opening a book. Press your elbows slightly against your thighs near the knees. And then lift your chest broad and avoid forcing the soles, straining your back. Shambhi Mudra, Rejka Kumka, visualize yourself in a split wind, prana circulating smoothly through divided pathway in body and mind. Engage Mul Bandha, gaze to the nose and chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham. दो पगा की येड़ी धरती मिलावे मेढ़ा लगावे पगथली माहिली कोर अंगूठा की सीधी सुधो जोई. The next asana is Charpata Chokasana. So in this asana, as you are seated with soles of the feet together, close to the perineum and knees are wide out, place your hands on the respective knees and apply gentle pressure to open up your hips, trying to bring your knees on the ground. Pull your stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha as you perform Rejka Kumka pranayama. And visualize your palms pressing firmly onto the foot, onto the root, grounding stable strength from Earth's core. Gaze to the third eye and chant japa Maha Sada Shivoham. दो पगथली संपुट धरे आगाने कर जारे पसारे गोड़ा भूसा लगता राशे हाथ दो गोड़ा परिदाशे आशी माहिली ऊपर ठाने गोड़ा डावी ऊपरी ताने दृष्टि त्रिकुटी राशे कोई चरपट चौक कहावे सोई. Now the next asana that we are entering into is Bhairavasana. So this time, as you are seated with soles of the feet together, try to rotate your heels so that heels are upward and toes are grounded, tucked, and knees are on the ground. And keep your knees on the ground and bring your hands in Bindu Mudra and place it on the respective knees. Bring your gaze to the third eye as you exhale, completely performing Rejka Kumka pranayama, and after exhalation fully, pull the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself fierce power raging with unwavering courage and sharpened focus. Gaze to the third eye as you chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham. Pull first and deep picture Anyonyam Vyaktakramena Sitam Sanai. The next asana is Samanasana. So sit with one heel close to the groin and lift the opposite foot towards the chest by wrapping hands around the ankle and shin. And keep your spine long and torso upright. Shoulders relaxed, gaze to your third eye. Perform Samana Kumaka once again. Visualizing heat flame at your navel center. Engage Mul Bandha as you visualize a warm glowing light at the navel, the sacred fire of Samana Vayu, utilizing prana and apana, harmonizing body's energy. Chant japa Maha Sada Shivoham. Samanasana Mavakshe Siddhamantradi Sadhanat Ekapada Puro Murdadvat Kuhyu Anyat Linga Vaktate. The next asana is Apanasana. So bring one leg on the top of the shoulders, other leg is extended up, and place both the palms on the ground. Lean little backward to bring your balance. Samana Kumaka, engage Mulbandha, bring your gaze to the third eye and visualize a vital downward flow of energy in Apanasana, while prana's cleansing force moves fully through the body. See the toxins and tension releasing gently as breath circulates with ease and calm. Chandajapa Maha Sada Shivoham केवलं पादमाकुञ्च्य स्कन्धे चारोऽपि यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठे दण्डवत्प्रभो अपानासनमेतद्धि सर्वेषां पूरकाश्रयम् कृत्वा सूक्ष्मे शीर्षपद्मे समारोप्य वायुभिः तदा सिद्धो भवे मन्त्र प्राणापानसमागम अपानासनयोगेन कृत्वा योगेश्वरो भुवि. The next asana, we are repeating Samanasana on the other side. So this time bring the one heel close to the perineum and bring the opposite foot at the chest. Hands are wrapped around the ankles and shin. Keep your spine long, chest upright. Shambhi Mudra, Samana Kumka once again, and visualize the warm glowing light at the navel. Engaging Mulbandha, bring your gaze to the third eye and chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham. समानासनमावक्षे सिद्धमन्त्रादि साधनात् एकपादमुलो दत्त्वा गुह्योलङ् अन्यलङ्कृते एतद्वीरासनं नाथं समानासनं सम्यकम् इत्याकृत्य जपे मन्त्रं कृत्वा वायु चतुर्दले. Now we'll be repeating Apanasana on the other side. So place the opposite foot on the top of your shoulders. Other leg is extended straight in front of you, palms on the sides on the ground. Lean little backward to keep your balance as you perform Shambhu Mudra, Samana Kumaka. Engage Mulbandha, visualize a vital downward flow of energy in Apanasana. As you bring your gaze to the third eye and chant the japa Maha Sada Shivoham. केवलं पादमाकुञ्च स्कन्धोचारोऽपि यत्नतः एकपादेन गगने तिष्ठेत् दण्डवत्प्रभो अपानासनमेतद्धि सर्वेषां पुराश्रयम् वृत्ता सूक्ष्मं शीर्षपद्मे समारोप्य च वायुभिः तदा सिद्धो भवे मन्त्रं प्राणापानसमागमम् अपानासनयोगेन कृत्वा योगेश्वरो भुवि. The next asana, we are entering into the sequence of Gomukhasana. So start seating with one knee stacked directly above the other, aligning both the knees at the center. And then press your feet beside the opposite hip and place your palm on the top stacked knee in Paramashiva. Keep your spine long and chest open. Do not bend your knees, bend your spine. Do not hunch and perform Siddhkari Kumka Pranayama. So in Siddhkari Kumka Pranayama, gently press the tongue against the upper palate with tip behind the front teeth. And then from this, maintaining this position of your tongue, slowly inhale through the teeth to create a hissing sound. Hold the breath calmly and exhale through the nostril. Bring your gaze to the nose as you perform Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a sacred cow embodying auspicious qualities of gentleness, nurturing, and selfless giving. Chant the japa Om Nithyananda Yoga. Savve Dakshina Gulfetu Prishtapashveni Yojaye Dakshine Pitatha Savyam Gomukham Yatha. The next asana is Anushivasana. So maintain the Gomukhasana posture and bring your hands in Pranamudra and hold on to the big toes. Keep your hips grounded and still posture, and then as you perform Siddhkari Kumka Pranayama, once again Hold the breath and exhale forcibly and pull the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya, the wife of sage Atri, one of the revered Saptarishis. As you gaze to the nose, chant the japa, O Nithyanandoham. दक्षिण घोड़ा नीचे ठाने, वागो ताके ऊपर आने, घोड़ा संधे मिलावे भारी, आड़ा पाद पूनी, ते संधे पसारी, दो पकड़े अंगुष्ठ जोई, दो करके पसारे सोई, पकड़े सोई, नासा दृष्टि अचल करी रहे, मनुष्य आसन यह कहिए, यह आसन रीत ही करे, देही कंचन होए, जयत राम साधन कये रोग रहे नहीं कोये. The next asana will be entering into his Anushasana Dve. So from the previous asana, lean forward, hold forward from the hips and lowering your chin towards the knees and pull your hand behind, interlaced in Parashmudra. Try to bring your nose to the ground. Perform once again Sitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama and visualize yourself as Rishika Anushya, the wife of sage Atri. Engage Mulbandha, bring your gaze to the nose and chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Jivana Goda ki sandhi, upare dava Goda ki sandhi, laye esha, rashe godya se le, pagathalyalo av, adava sudha rashe. The next asana is Garudasana Dve. In this position, sit with one heel pressed against the perineum and the opposite foot resting comfortably in front. Keep your spine tall, chest lifted, and place your hands on the respective knees. Maintain the shoulders calm as you perform once again Sitkari Kumbhaka Pranayama, Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the mighty divine bird and the sacred vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Gaze to nose and chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Davo pag modi yedi, mahili gulfa mula dware niche de, वैसे जीमना पगथली धरती टेकी, घोड़ा ऊंचो उभय राशे पगथली माहिली, धरती टेकी घोड़ा उर पीड़ी माहिली. The next asana is Naradasana. So sit, bring the heels, as your heels is on the ground, bring your sitting bones on the heels. The other foot is on the ground and knees are raised. And then twist yourself towards the raised knee, bringing your elbows to the knees. Interlace the finger behind your neck and gaze to the third eye. Perform Shitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha, and visualize yourself as sage Narada. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyanandoham. Vishtu juam pagathali kare, bhuparitahi lagave feri, goda sudo fane hai joi, dashir pashita rashe soi, vyahurya vam pagathali jano, दशी पगथली का परिठानो उभय जोड़ी समता करी दाशे दक्षिण गौड़ा उभय राशे. The next asana is Matsya Pitakasana. So the heel which was on the ground, bring it on the opposite thigh. The other foot is on the ground and hold the big toes in the prana with the respective hand. The other hand is wrapped around and holding on the shin. And then once again perform Sitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama, engage Mulbandha, bring your gaze to the nose and visualize yourself as a resilient, radiant fish breathing effortlessly underwater with sudden ease. As you chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Vamen Vangdushtam tu Grihitam Asya Pitakam Yoni Vamena Sandipya Medadhu Pari Dakshinam. The next asana is repeating this whole sequence of Gomukhasana on the other side. So now you'll be stacking your opposite foot So align your knees and stack your foot on the opposite side. Interlace the finger on the top knee. Hands in Parsha Mudra. Perform Siddhikari Kumukha Pranayama. Once again, engage Mula Bandha and bring your gaze to the nose as you visualize yourself as a sacred cow. And chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham. Sarve Dakshina Gulfantu Plashtapashve Niyojaye Dakshina Pitatha Savyam Gomukham Gomukham Yatha. The next asana is Anushuyasana. So from the previous posture, hold on to the big toes. Perform once again Siddhikari Kumka Pranayama, and after exhalation, engage Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya, the wife of sage Atri, one of the revered Saptarishis. Bring your gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. दक्षिण गोड़ा नीचे ठाने वावो ताके ऊपर आने गोड़ा संधि मिलावे भारी आड़ा पाद पुनि दे संधि पथारी दो पकड़े अंगुष्ठ जो दो करके ते पकड़े सोई. The next asana is Anushasana 2. So from the previous asana, interlace a finger behind you as you lean forward and try to bring your chest to the knees and try to bring your nose to the ground. Perform Siddhikari Kumka Pranayama and visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya, the wife of sage Atri. And you engage Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham. जीमना गोड़ा की संधि ऊपरी डावा गोड़ा की संधि मिलाए राशे गोड़िया से ले पगथल्या लो आड़वाई सुधा राशे. The next asana is Gadodasana, great, repeated on the other side. So the knee which was on the top, bring the foot on the ground and engage, other foot is close to the perineum. Place your hands on the respective knees. Engage Mula Bandha and visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the mighty bird, as you perform the japa Om Nithyanandoham. दावा पग मोड़ी एड़ी माहिले गुल्फ मूल द्वारे नीचे दे बैसे जी मैंने पग थली धरती टेकी घोड़ा ऊंचा उभयरा से पग थली माहिली धरती टेकी घोड़ा ऊपरी पीड़ी माहिली. The next asana is Naradasana. So from the knees, the heel which was on the ground, now bring the sitting bones on the knee, on the heels, and then twist your torso to the raised knees such that your elbows is resting on the knees, and interlace a finger behind you, gaze to the third eye, perform Siddhikari Kumka Pranayama, engage Mula Bandha and visualize yourself as sage Narada as you chant japa Om Nithyanandoham. विष्ट जुवाम बगथली केरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी गुड़ा सूधो होना है जोई दशे पाशिता राशे सोई. The next asana is Matsya Pitakasana. So the feet which was on the ground on your sitting bones, now bring that on your opposite thigh and hold the respective big toes with the respective palm in Prana Mudra. Wrap the other hand around and hold on to the shin. Once again, perform Siddhikari Kumka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a radiant fish as you engage Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose and chant the japa Om Nithyanandoham. Vame Vamagushtam tu Grihitam Masya Pitakam Yoni Vamena Sandipya Medadu Paridakshinam. The next asana is Matsendrasana. Now we are entering into the new sequence of Matsendrasana. So you can start with both legs extended forward and then bend the right knee and cross it over the left thigh. And then place the right foot flat on the ground. Position the left foot on the ground near the hips, and then wrap your left elbow outside of the raised right knee. Keep your knee raised, the left arm near your neck. So bring your left arm. Bring your left arm to the neck. And the right hand behind you. Gaze to the back, to your third eye. Once again perform Shitakari Kumka Pranayama and visualize yourself embodying says Matsindranatha, the Lord of Fishes. As you engage Mulbandha and chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Idaram Pashima Bhasam Chittadeshcheta Yatnataha Namangram Vamapadam Hi Dakshana Jana Parinase. The next asana is Ubhasana. So the hand which was on the ground behind you, now bring it to your ears. And the hand which was on the neck, bring it, hold on to the shin or the big toes. And hands, yes, hold on to the feet with in Pranamudra. And perform Sitkari Kumka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a living coil, twisting smoothly yet firmly into stillness. Engage Mulbandha. As you gaze to the third eye and chant the japa, Om Nithyanandoham. Asana ko guna jholo jaye. Now we'll be performing Masendrasana Dve. So drop the raised hand on the ground behind you and twist. Use this opportunity to twist your torso more towards the back. As you gaze to the third eye, performing Sitkari Kumaka Pranayama, visualizing the sacred spiral of Kundalini energy rising fluidly to your spine as you embody Matsindranatha's mastery over body, mind, and breath. Chant the japa, Om Nithyanandoham. Matsindapidham Jatha Pravitam Prachanda Mandala Khandarastam Abhyasita Kundalini Prapodam Dandashidasta Dadati Pumsam. Now we'll be repeating this Matsyendrasana sequence on the other side. So this time bring the opposite foot on the top of the thigh and bend the foot on the ground, knee raised, and twist your torso to the raised knee, elbows to the knee. And bend your knees and place a palm on the neck. Other hand behind you. Twist yourself back as you gaze to the third eye. Once again perform Sitkari Kumka Pranayama. Visualize Lord Matsindranatha as you chant the japa, Om Nithyanandoham. Idaram Pashima Bhasam Kritva Tishteta Yatnataha Namangram Vamukadam Hi Dakshinajan Pariniset. Now we're performing Kubhasana. So the hand which was on the ground behind you, place it on the back of your ears. On the ears, and the hand which was on the neck, hold on to the big toes in the Pranamudra. Twist yourself, gaze to the third eye, perform Sitakari Kumka Pranayama as you visualize yourself as living coil, twisting smoothly yet firmly into stillness. Japa, Om Nithyanandoham. Asana ko guna jholo jaye. The next asana is Matsyendrasana Dve. So drop your hands on the ground behind you. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Perform Sitkari Kumka Pranayama and visualize the sacred spiral of Kundalini energy raising fluidly through your spine as you embody Matsyendranath's mastery over your mind, body, and breath. Chant the japa, Om Nithyanandoham. Matsyendrapidham Jatha Pravitam Prachanda Mandala Khandanasam Abhyasata Kundalini Prabodham Dandashidasta Dadati Pumsam. Now slowly relax and as it come to the comfortable seated position with your legs in Padmasana. So you can try, if you are already able to perform Padmasana nicely, you can try performing Padmasana without hand support. So just with the strength of your legs, Bring your legs in Paramasana without hand support. And then perform Shambhavi Mudra, perform Sitali Kumbhaka Pranayama. So this is different from the previous Kumbhaka. In this asana, in this Kumbhaka, gently place the tongue against the back of your teeth. And then inhale. So tongue will be against the back of the teeth and inhale. And hold the breath. And after holding, fully exhale and engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as lotus, rooted deeply in life's challenge, yet raging, spotless and radiant above them. As you gaze to the nose and chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Maha Sada Shivoham. Asanam Viridam Proktam Padmam Vrajrasanam Tatha Udho Parichetadha Ubhepadatale Yatha Padmasanam Bhave Etat Sarvapa Prana Shanam. So maintain the previous asana as we enter into Paramasana Dve. In this asana, legs are still in Paramasana, hands crossed in front of you, holding the big toes in Prana Mudra. Lift your spine straight, chest upward, and perform Mula Bandha. And visualize the lotus of your being unfolding, representing the fading of disease and suffering of the body, mind, and spirit. Gaze to the nose and chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Maha Sada Shivoham. Uttano charno kritta urvisanstape yatnataha uro madhe tatottanam pani krittato tadrisha nasagre vinyase drishte dantamule cha jivya uttoleye chivakam driksha utpatya pavanashanai yatha shaktya samakritya purayet udaram shanai yatha shaktiyaiva vashvasrachit avirodhate. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Kukkutasana. So as you are seated in Padmasana, bring your palms firmly onto the ground between your thighs. So hands between the thighs, bring it on the ground and try to balance yourself on the palms as you lean forward and lift your sitting bones off the ground. So you're balancing only on the palms. So lift yourself. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mula Bandha, and visualize yourself as rooster, radiant rooster, heralding the dawn with fearless clarity and vigilance. And chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Padmasanam Susansapya Nanuvantare Kakho Nivesha Bhuma Astavyam Kukkutasanam. The next asana is Baddha Keki Asana. In Baddha Keki Asana, as your legs are in Padmasana, place your palms in front of you, finger pointing towards your body. And lean forward. Bend your elbows and bring your elbows on the side of the navel. So start from here. And from here, as you lean forward, lift your legs off the ground, trying to balance in this posture. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaja Kumbhaka, engage Mula Bandha and visualize yourself as a elegant peacock with bound wings, embodying pious strength, beauty and self-discipline. And chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Dharamashva karadvena tat purva paristhapi nabhipashva. The next asana is Mayurasana. So if you are still holding yourself in Baddha Keki Asana, you can extend your legs straight at the back. Or if you have come down, once again, start from the beginning. Place your palms in front of you as you lean forward. Bend your elbows on the sides of the navel. And then lean forward. Start with placing your crown of the head on the ground, forehead on the ground, and legs on the ground. And then from there, lift your head and feet off the ground, balancing only on the palms. Give it a try. Hold for at least 10 seconds. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. And once again try. As you perform Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a ground peacock, spreading its feather wide as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Atha Vakshe Mahadeva Mayurasanam Uttamam Bhumo Nipatya Bhumo Astadva Purupara Videhakam. Now lie down on your belly as you enter into the next asana, which is Makarasana. And interlace a finger behind your neck. Rest yourself, rest your forehead on the mat. Hands in Parshamudra, Sahajakumka, Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as a calm, grounded crocodile resting at the water's edge as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. Adhyasasete Hridayam Nidhaya Bhumo Chapada Pracha Prasaryamano Shirasdhitva Karadanda Yugmam Deham Vikaram Makarasanam Tatha. The next asana is Salavasana. So now place your palms on the side of your chest, elbows bent close to the body, and press your palms firmly onto the mat for the stability as you engage your core and lift both of your legs and even the thighs off the ground. Keep your spine long by gently lifting your chest. Sahaj Kumka, Mulabandha, and visualize yourself as a locust with powerful hinge legs ready to leap far and wide. As you engage Mulabandha and chant japa Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. Adhyasasete Karayugma Vakshe Bhuma Ashtabhyam Kara Yosalabhyam. The next asana is Ustrasana. As you are lying down, bend your knees at the back. Hold on to the feet with both the hands, reaching your hands behind you. And then, with an exhale, draw your heels down towards the ground by the side of your hips. So try to bring your heels on the ground. Keep your chest broad. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka. Visualize yourself as a strong camel, kneeling with graceful back bend. Engage Mulabandha as you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. Adhyasasete Padayugmamastabhyam Prishte Nidhayapi Dhiram Karabhyam. The next asana is Dhanurasana. In Dhanurasana, as you are holding onto the feet, inhale and kick your legs upward while simultaneously pulling your feet towards the sky and lifting your chest and belly off the floor. Allowing your shoulders to roll back, lifting as high as possible towards the sky. Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumka, Moola Bandha, and bring your gaze to the third eye. Visualize being a taut bow, your body stretched and energized, ready to release powerful intent. Feel your spine as a bow's curve, your limb steady as a string. As you chant the japa Om Nithyananda Parahasada Shivoham. Prasarya Pado Bhuvi Dandarupo Karocha Prishte Padayagmam Krittadhanu Stulya Pravartinidhya Yogi Dhanurasanam Tata. Now come to Bhagasana on the kneeling position. Sit with your knees bent, head, neck, spine in a straight line. Place your palms gently on the knees, allowing your shoulders to soften and chest to lift. Keep your sitting bones grounded evenly for the stability. Maintain calm, steady breath Gaze softly to the third eye, the Bhumadhya. Visualize the radiant sacred space of creation. See yourself in the Bhaga, womb of the fairy cosmos, the source of life and cosmic energy. Feel the complete love, protection, and comfort embodying the fertile ground of nurtured evolution, where prana itself blossoms into existence. Chanda Japa Om Nithyananda Mahasada उल्टा मेरी पाव कोड़ा दो वैसे बहुड़ी जुगती करे एक ऐसे पावन माहिनी गुल्फ जो जोई खुला पाश तलावे सोये. Now slowly lie down on your back in Savasana. Lie down on your back in Savasana. Start. Allow your legs to extend naturally with your feet falling outward for ease. Relax all your efforts in your muscles and let your breath flow smoothly as your body rests. Keep your shoulders soft and your jaw unclenched to allow deep relaxation. Perform Shakti Chalana Mudra. Focus on Muladhara. Contract the perineum to rouse the dormant Kundalini. Forcefully draw the prana apana vayu upward with intent, holding the energy and intention firmly inward. Practicing this regularly grants mastery over the body, subtle powers such as anima, and liberation from the fear of death. Engage Mulbandha as you visualize dissolving into stillness like a peaceful body resting in earth's embrace. Feel the tension release and prana returning to the source with effortless ease. Contemplate surrender, deep rest, and serene merging of individual and universal being. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham
Nithyananda Paramashivam Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda.
Now slowly come back to your physical body and start to wiggle your fingers, your feet, your ankles, your wrist, your shoulders. Bring your knees to the chest and roll from side to side. And then lean on one side and come back to the comfortable seated position. Bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra as you offer our gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Yoga, for giving this opportunity to perform the Nithyananda Yoga. And with this, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tatsat Sarvam Bhagavad Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everyone for joining for the live yoga. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow as well. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Chaturmasya is mainly focused